Hakim was a man of the road. For as long as he could remember, he had been driving across the vast landscapes of Morocco in his large, old truck. From the sandy dunes of the Sahara to the winding mountain passes of the Rif and Atlas ranges, Hakim had seen it all. He knew every highway, every small town, and every hidden rest stop where he could pause for a cup of mint tea. His job as a truck driver was not easy, but Hakim took pride in his work, knowing that he played a vital role in keeping the country moving. Hakim's days started before dawn. He would load his truck with goods, anything from fruits and vegetables to building materials, and set off on long journeys that could last days. His truck was big and sturdy, painted in faded blue with colorful Amazigh symbols decorating the sides, a nod to his heritage and love for Morocco's culture. One morning, Hakim received a job to transport a load of fresh oranges from the orchards in the north to the bustling markets of Marrakesh. It was a long trip, crossing through desert stretches and winding mountain roads. He knew he had to be careful. Fresh produce meant he couldn't afford delays. As Hakim drove along the winding roads, he passed small villages where children would run to the roadside, waving at the sight of his big truck rumbling by. Hakim would always smile and honk his horn in response, enjoying the simple joy he could bring to them. On the open highways, he felt free, with the wind in his face and the vast sky stretching endlessly above him. But not every day was smooth. Halfway through his journey, as he was navigating a narrow mountain pass, Hakim felt the truck shake. A tire had blown out, leaving him stranded in the middle of nowhere. For a moment, worry crept in. The sun was beginning to set, and there wasn't a town in sight. But Hakim was resourceful and experienced. Years on the road had taught him how to handle such situations. He pulled over to the side of the road, grabbed his tools, and began working on the tire. It wasn't easy, but after a couple of hours of hard labor, with dirt and sweat covering his face, he managed to fix it. Just as he was finishing up, a small van drove by and stopped. A local farmer stepped out and offered Hakim a bottle of water and some bread. "You've been working hard, brother. Have some of this for your journey." Hakim gratefully accepted the kind gesture. Moments like these reminded him of the camaraderie among people who lived by the road, strangers helping each other out in difficult times. With the tire fixed and his spirits lifted, Hakim climbed back into his truck and continued his journey. By the time he reached Marrakesh, the city was alive with energy. The markets were crowded with merchants, locals, and tourists alike, all drawn to the bright colors and rich scents of the city. Hakim unloaded his cargo of oranges, watching as they were quickly distributed to eager vendors and buyers. Tired but satisfied, Hakim leaned against his truck and took a moment to soak in the vibrant atmosphere of Marrakesh. His job was tough, with long hours on the road and countless challenges, but it also allowed him to see the beauty of Morocco in all its forms: the cities, the mountains, the desert, and, most importantly, the kindness of its people.